Various faith-based organizations are gathering in Tshwane for an anti-gender-based violence march. South Africa, as we know, continues to battle ever-increasing cases of violence against women and children and criticism that justice is hard to come by. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan joins us now from the Montana Catholic Church. Karinda, tell us more about what the church is saying. And I also know, just as a side, that we're waiting to hear from the MEC, is it, who will be addressing that gathering shortly as well?
Certainly, Michelle. We actually have walked from the Montana Catholic Church to the Sinable Police Station, where there has been a program underway. You can see candles being lit with a call to remember and pray for those who died due to gender-based violence crimes, and also to pray for strength for the survivors of GBV crimes. Everyone has a candle here that they've lit, and what's interesting is that on the sidelines, for example, we've had, an elder woman come to us, and she was quite in tears, speaking about the fact that this is very close to her. Her daughter, who died in a GBV-related crime, would have turned 39. She was too emotional to speak on camera, but it just goes to show that within this crowd of church members holding up candles, the statistics are clear that among this crowd, there might be some who have personally experienced this tragedy. At the same time, among this crowd is a group of fathers who call themselves the Catholic Men Group. And they run a fatherhood program where they meet very regularly to discuss issues that they might face, but also to discuss the role of fathers, the important role of fathers. So when we think about what we're talking about today, it's very important. So we're going to speak to Mr. Jerry Molefe from the group. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Let's just talk about the importance of the work that you do to bring together men in your community and the discussions that you have.
Yes, thank you. We bring in men in our community, and especially in our church, the Catholic Church of the Presentation in Montana, together. And we're starting to talk about fatherhood and the issues that are that are challenging the country, and one of them being gender-based violence. Now, the solutions to gender-based violence needs a multifaceted approach. So we're looking at it from one angle, and it's the angle of who is the father. We believe that where there's a family structure, it can help. The father, we're starting from the biblical fathers, where we have Adam, we have Jacob, and we have Joseph, the husband of Mary, mother of God. That's the one definition. The next one is a biological father, which is self-explanatory. The other one is the father figure, people who don't even have fathers, but they are the father figure. Now, we have 4 types of fathers. One, we say we have present fathers in our families, and we applaud them to be there for their children and for their families. We have fathers who are absent but present. For whatever reason, they are not staying or living with their children, but they do whatever they can do, to support, to nurture, to guide their children. Then we have 2 other groups of fathers. One is the absent father, which is we believe it is the problem that creates a lot of space for gender-based violence. And we are appealing to fathers, absent fathers, to find it in their hearts, to change their minds, to be present. Bringing a child into this world, it doesn't only end there. You have to nurture the child, to mentor them, and to make sure that they grow, take care of the child. And then we have a group of fathers which I would say need even much more prayers. And these are the fathers who are present in the home, but they are a tyrant in the home. They spend time with us other men, and it's happy. And when they arrive home, they abuse women and children physically, mentally, and emotionally. And we're saying we need to start speaking out and to classify these categories of men, and to say we are appealing to everyone to join hands with us to understand where's fatherhood coming from and how can we make a difference in addressing the gender-based violence. Thank you.
So thank you for explaining those categories. I'd like to just bring in more members of the group as well. Mr. Kutu, just tell us, when it comes to that last aspect that Mr. Molefe mentioned, men in the homes that are abusive, as a men's group, what sort of message do you want to send to someone who is guilty of this at home?
Thank you. I think the issue here, the thing of the pastor saying men are tigers, men don't cry, I think we should move away from such an idea. We need to talk more, especially in church. We need to gather ourselves together, put all heads together and talk more and see what other issues challenges are facing us men outside the church and also outside in our community, and make sure. Recently, we are from retreat in Bilabila, where we were talking about what Ntate Molef was talking about, where we have more understanding. We have taken our young youth, young adult, I'll call them young adult. Others are about to get married very soon. Others are already married, like myself. I've been married for more than 19 years, so that we understand this thing more better. If I knew before I got married, maybe I could have made more better father than I am today. So that's how I can put it. Yeah.
Thank you for that message, very, very much so. And maybe let's just also conclude, sir, I'll bring you into this conversation. Your concerns right now about how GBV cases are being handled at a police level, at the judiciary level?
The concerns would be some of them are getting away with what's being done. But as a group of fathers here, being involved and working together with the police, I think it should fill a small gap in assisting with the cases that you maybe are not being properly handled or taken care of. The little that we're doing to take part is going to assist in the future in taking care of GBV cases to be successful. Right.
So thank you so much, gentlemen, for speaking to us as well. And you can see these, men, they're also young men involved in this, whereby, for example, they bring in counseling to those young men who are maybe entering into marriage as well, just to speak about dealing with certain issues. That being said as well, it takes a community to be involved and to protect each other. And so that is what we are seeing around us. For example, this specific community, it's a religious community that's come together. And just at the end they're all placing their candles down. It's prayers that they've held in remembrance of GBV victims, in remembrance of survivors as well. And the group that we just spoke to is one within this particular church that works very closely in specific cases. And we heard there they speak about trying to intervene in situations. But again, we have also been told that it is important to look at legal avenues. For example, early this morning we spoke to one of the community safety department officials who said that the point of this march and similar marches is also to remind faith-based organizations about legal avenues that they can offer to those young women, or even men for that part, that come forward and say that they are being abused by someone that they know. Little children also part of this event, essentially. Let's make sure that she's just careful there, to ensure that they're also aware of the reality that South Africa is a country that is experiencing a gender-based violence pandemic, and to know what avenues they have, to know what rights they have, and that they should be respected as individuals. So it's a very sensitive conversation that is being held, but one that is very important. This particular church, these congregants, using this religious observation day to ensure that they spread a very critical message that the country needs at the moment.
Incredibly powerful event taking place there in Pretoria. Karinda, Jagmohan, thanks very much indeed.